Tonight we also have the men's football team, Coach Whalen, John Day, and Ibraheem Khadar. So you guys have ended this season with two big titles, Little 3 champions and NESCAC champions. How are you guys feeling right now?
You know, it's kind of bittersweet. If you told us freshman year that we were going to go 7-1, I think we would have been ecstatic. But where we are as a team now, it's to the point where 7-1 is a good season. It was a great season, but we're expecting more. We've always expected more. We're going to go 8-0 next year, and I believe that as a team we have the pieces and the tools that are necessary to go 8-0, and that's the goal in our mind right now, just next season.
And Coach Whalen, you're hearing it from your own players. These expectations have been set very high. And this season, you guys have, done a very good job of that. How do you feel, as a huge part of building this football program to where it is now?
It's been good. I think, these two guys were part of our first recruiting class, first full recruiting class, and our junior class has really, I think, been an instrumental factor in our success this year. And I think as both these guys will tell you that our goals were pretty simple. It was take it one step at a time. And I think when I got here 4 years ago, everyone was quick to say we want to win the Little 3. And what I would say back to them was, that's great, we all want to win the Little 3, but if you win the Little 3, you're probably going to be winning the NESCAC, or at least be in contention to win the NESCAC. And so we just kind of had to scale back and take it in stages. And now I think last year with these guys as sophomores going 5-3, and then this year going 7-1, obviously they continue to raise the bar, and that's, as a coach, what you like to see, because you want to see guys that are going to challenge themselves. And I think that's a primary reason why both these guys came here, was because they knew they could get a world-class education, but also have the opportunity to be part of building a program that was really going to be instrumental on our campus. And I think this year we took a major step towards those goals.
And John, Ibraheem, you guys are part of the first football team to make both these titles in a very long time. So what are your thoughts?
It feels great to be able to set an example for the younger guys, especially to just, they come in as freshmen, sophomores, and just see this is how a team wins. This is how you have to work in the off season to be successful in season. And that's a big part of our class as an identity. We like to be leaders, and I think we have a lot of leaders in our class. And that's a big part of why we're successful this year, and I think it's going to be a big part of why we're successful next year.
And as a coach, are you, proud to hear that your players have grown tremendously from their freshman year to now?
Yes, I am. But I will honestly tell you that we had these conversations back when I recruited these guys. They didn't come here kind of blindly. They knew exactly what they were signing up for, and that's the reason why they came to Wesleyan, as opposed to both of them had a lot of great options out there to look at other schools. And the fact that they both wanted to play early, and they both were on the field for us as first years. And in my opinion, I don't know what's going to happen. We only nominate, but I think both of them as juniors are well deserving of all conference honors this year, and we'll find that out later this week. But I think that's the reason they came here, was because they kind of believed in what we were preaching to them in terms of the goals of the program, and that they wanted the opportunity to come in and be a part of something like that. So it obviously pleases me, but I would also tell you that I would be disappointed if that wasn't what they were saying.
And, for the coming season, I know you said that you want to go 8-0 for the next season, but also as a coach, what are the other goals that you want to see happen?
Well, we had a team meeting today, which we always do the Monday right after the season, and I think, as Abby indicated, it was bittersweet. I mean, we were all, a little bit disappointed that we couldn't send our seniors out as undefeated, because they had worked so hard this year. But on the flip side of it, I think to see what those guys have accomplished during their time here was very special, and I think that, again, they've established the bar that that now, every other team is going to aspire to do, and that's to win the Little Three and to strive for perfection. But those goals don't come easily, and I think that it requires a lot of work in the off season. It requires a strong team chemistry, and I think these guys understand that, and I think that's one of the special qualities about their class.
And would you guys like to speak more about your goals for the coming season?
Said them earlier before, just to go 8-0, but just keep going on where we started. We expanded on our goals tremendously. I mean, last year our goal was 5-3-1. This year our goal was 8-0, and we were 7-1. We're getting to the point where we're going to be a consistent power in the NESCAC, and other football programs are going to respect us as a team, as a unit, moving forward. And that's the point we want to get to. We want to get to the point where Wesleyan is that team that that you don't want to play on Saturdays.
And in one word, can you guys describe the team that it is now?
On the way there.
We have a chip on our shoulder. A lot of us are mad right now.
And I think, I think to me that what was really special about this team this year was the team chemistry. I really thought that, we had 75 guys who, whether they were a starter or whether they were a scout team player or practice player, everybody accepted their role. Everybody wanted to make the team better every single day in practice. I think guys looked forward to coming to practice, which, the brand new turf field may have had something to do with that. But I think the bottom line is that the team chemistry and the way the guys worked together this year, I think was really special. And I kind of saw that coming together in preseason, and then once we were able to get that win up at Amherst, that during their homecoming, that was really when I think the program arrived, and now it's a matter of understanding what it takes to stay at that level, and also understanding, like I think some of our seniors said to us in their farewell speeches tonight, that we now have established ourselves as one of those teams in the league that everyone's going to want to beat. And when you establish yourself as one of those teams, that week in and week out you're going to get everyone's best shot. And so I think that's really the mentality that we have to have. And as John indicated, is we want to keep that chip on our shoulder. We want to feel like we have something to prove. And I think obviously coming up short in that Trinity game last weekend was a frustrating experience for all of us. But I think it's it's part of the learning process. And you don't, as I told the guys after the game, is if it was easy, there'd be a lot more undefeated teams out there. Is going undefeated is extremely, extremely difficult. And, everything has to fall into your place. Everything has to go your way. And most importantly, everyone has to work really, really hard. In the winter before the season, in the summer before the season, during the preseason, and then during the actual season itself. And, I think right now what I'm most excited about is that their class and their leadership ability, I think, is really going to, give us the opportunity to seek that out. But we also talked about today is because that's the way my mind works. Is I don't sit there and think about everything that we've accomplished right now. I'm already looking forward to next year, and we opened the 2014 season up at Middlebury, and as I told the guys today, Middlebury has won more games in the past 2 seasons than any other team in the NESCAC. So that's a great challenge for us to know that that's game one, going on the road overnight up to Middlebury to play the team that has the most wins in the NESCAC over the past 2 years. That's a great challenge for our football team. So we're already starting to think about next season, and when you have that mentality, good things are on the horizon, because that's the kind of kids we want at Wesleyan.
And as rising seniors, as you spoke before, how do you guys feel about having this huge role to fill?
Coach Ascendo told us, earlier in the year that, pressure doesn't exist. Pressure is something that the outside world puts on you. I think where we've gone to as a team, just speaks to our work ethic, from the bottom up and the top bottom, from Coach Whalen to us to even our freshman class. You know, we have freshmen coming up and making big plays. You know what I mean? We had a lot of guys on the scout team who could be starters at, you know, other universities. And, you know, they were giving us great looks every day. And, you know, it starts from the bottom up, it starts from the top bottom. And I think it just speaks to where we're headed and where we're going as a program. That wasn't really the answer to the question, but yeah.
It was still a wonderful answer. And to you, John, what are your thoughts?
I'm just proud of the leaps we've made in the past 4 years, and we need to continue on this path of, you know, this way, with no distractions going this way, no distractions staying the same. We need to stay going forward, and that starts in the off season, you know, right after Thanksgiving, where the lifting program starts.
Well, thank you guys so much for coming to the show, and congratulations on making both the Little 3 and NESCAP champions.